The Henry the Matchmaker achievement is exclusively available during the Hush, My Darling side quest, initiated by talking to Martha, the blacksmith's wife in Miskowitz. It is advisable to complete this quest promptly after starting it, as it is time sensitive and may fail if not addressed quickly.
Well, they did tell me if I married a... God be with you, sir.
You look troubled. Is there anything I can help you with?
You're very kind, but I need someone who knows their way around a smithy. I need to get a few horseshoes made and deliver them. They were supposed to be done yesterday.
Oh, great. It just so happens I'm a blacksmith, and I'd be glad to help you.
Really? Well, then you've been sent from heaven.
So, how many of those horseshoes do you need?
Well, if you manage to make horseshoes for 2 horses, I'd be forever grateful to you. I'll pay, of course. Farewell, sir.
Damn aching legs. Good afternoon.
Martha asked me to help with those horseshoes for the soldiers from the camp.
Right. The blacksmith said they were here again. He always sends me home when they show up here, so they don't see me.
Why?
Once a band of Pragas were causing trouble in the tavern, and we stepped in to break things up, and they attacked us. So they say it'd be better if I didn't show my face around them, as if we'd mix it up again. Take care.
God bless. What do you need?
Martha says she needs to have something forged.
Let me guess. Horseshoes for that rabble from the camp, eh? God damn it. I'd rather go broke than do anything for that lot.
So there's a military camp on the other side of the hill here. But that doesn't mean you'll lose your livelihood. You have a wife, a farm, and an apprentice on top of it. I'm sure you can use every groschen.
Well, there's some truth to that. But how would I look? A band of those Pragas beat up our boys in the tavern. Even Pascal got a pasting.
Then I'll forge them. At least you'll have a clear conscience.
Well, all right then.
What about the materials? If those horseshoes are needed in a hurry, I don't want to waste time scavenging for iron.
Indeed. Here you go. That should do for 2 sets.
It's already cooled off. It's not worth it. Well, I'm about half done. I should move it. This'll be done in no time.
God bless.
Good day. You have a kind master, eh, mutt?
Sakra! I'm always hitting the same place. That's no good. Well, I've got half finished.
Christ, what a day.
Good. That looks finished. Here are those horseshoes. 2 sets, just as we agreed.
Let's see them then. These will do just fine. Such a young, hard-working, talented fella you are. Too bad I'm not a few years younger.
You mentioned something about payment?
Here you go. You won't buy a castle for it, but good work calls for good pay. Now, someone just needs to bring the horseshoes to Victoria. Would you do that for me? This backache of mine.
Who's this Victoria?
A girl from the village. She's a bit different. But deep down, a good girl.
Different? What do you mean?
She's had a hard life. Her husband died of the plague a while back, and now she's all alone. She does odd jobs for the villagers here to make a living. Sometimes I send her up to the soldiers with our goods. Why would I drag myself up that hill when she's got young legs and likes going up there anyway?
Fine. Which house does she live in?
It's not far at all. Just cross the stream and you're there.
Victoria, I bought you horseshoes from Martha. Victoria? You here? Christ, so much blood. What happened here? I have to tell Martha. I brought Victoria those horseshoes, and I think something's happened to her.
What? What do you mean?
The house was empty, and in the hearth room next to the bed, I found a puddle of blood. It hadn't even dried yet.
Jesus Christ! What if she's been... No!
It might not be too late. Do you have any idea where she could be?
I don't know. Really? Oh, how horrible!
Did Victoria have problems with anyone from the village? Did anyone want to hurt her?
No, definitely not. Good God, she was... I mean, she is a good girl. Although...
Can you think of anyone?
Sometimes there's talk about how she lives alone and how she makes her living.
Why would anyone be bothered about how Victoria makes her living? As long as she's not stealing, she can do whatever she wants, right?
Well, not everyone was happy that she brings our goods up to the camp. Once, someone even drew something very ugly on our door because of it. But what's that poor girl supposed to do without a man? There's a war, and we all need to make a living somehow.
Who did she go and see at the camp? Who might know more about her?
Mainly their blacksmith. She brings goods up there every 2 or 3 days. He's certain to remember her. So tell them at the gate that you're bringing something from the smithy. They'll let you in.
Who's bothered by her living alone? Whose business is that?
Things are a little different, you see. She lost her husband some time ago. A young widow, actually. A pretty young widow. Naturally, a few fellas were fawning over her. There was one in particular, but he got the boot, just like all the others. But he'd never hurt her. He might be a loudmouth, but he's harmless.
Who's this mystery man, then?
I won't say. If word got out that I accused someone, we might as well just close up shop here.
Well, I'm not about to go blabbing about it in the tavern. I just need to know where to start looking for Victoria.
Fine. But you didn't hear this from me. Farmer Kuba was pretty keen on her. And he wasn't going to give up easy. Last time, he tried to flatter her by giving her a headscarf. But Victoria knew it had belonged to his dead wife. So she told him to sod off. The whole village was laughing at him. He's a bitter old man. But would he hurt her? I don't think so.
Huh? Jealousy's a powerful thing, though.
Well, that's true, too. So go and ask him yourself. He lives with his children and his housekeeper in that big house behind the smithy. He's always wearing a bright red coat and a hat with a feather in it. You're certain not to miss him, but not a peep about what I told you.
Don't worry. I'll take that secret to the grave. Is there anything else you can think of before I go?
I've already told you everything I know. Now hurry up!
Apples! Juicy apples! Yellow!
testicles! Fresh bull testicles!
Welcome. What can I do for you?
You're Cuba, the farmer, right?
Aye, I am. What do you want?
I'm looking for Victoria, and I thought you might know where to find her.
Why should I, of all people, know?
I hear you were quite fond of her,
Who told you that, eh?
but she sent you packing. In front of half the village.
Birds have been twittering, have they? Her husband wasn't the only one taken by the Black Death. I lost my wife, too. So I thought to myself, enough time has passed, and two can live better than one. I tried. She wasn't interested. End of story. I've no idea what she's up to now, and I don't care.
Does she have friends here? Who does she talk with in the village?
Mainly with Martha, the blacksmith's wife. But all she did was use Victoria to do her dirty work.
Well, I've spoken to Martha, and it seems she's genuinely worried about Victoria.
Worried about her? Why?
Victoria's missing, and there's a puddle of blood at her house.
I reckon someone was jealous of them soldiers she hangs around with. What's that got to do with me?
You can't be serious. She could be injured somewhere, or even worse. And you're glad?
What goes around comes around. I have a clean conscience. To hell with that silly goose.
Why don't you just admit the girl was a real thorn in your side? And that you were jealous as hell? An old dog wanted some young meat, but ended up with a nibble, eh?
Listen, you prick. What the fuck are you trying on me? Who the hell do you think you are? You'd better take that back while you still have teeth.
You're pissed off that she preferred someone else over you, eh? You waited for her, and...
Enough! You've been asking for a beating, so here it comes! Pray for a quick death, you bastard!
Hey! Stop fighting!
I yield! Meh.
So, had enough already?
Yeah. Just leave me alone now. And I really don't know anything about Victoria. Maybe she just decided village life wasn't for her, so she took off with her soldier.
What soldier? You're telling me this now?
I heard someone came across her up there in the forest while she was having a rendezvous with some fella from the camp. But I really don't know anything else.
All right. I'll ask in the camp then.
True enough. I need to pay the tithe and give something to the church for my father's debt.
Those are my bees. Get lost. Leave my bees alone. Next time, don't... What the?
God! Quick! Go! Ka!
Whoa!
Here you go. Take it. I'm feeling a bit peckish. Ka! Go! 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 Quick! Ka!
Whoa! Car! Quick! Quick!
Whoa!
Car! Quick! 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 Car!
Whoa! Whoa! I'm feeling a bit peckish.
Oi! You! Come here!
Where do you think you're going?
Into the camp, of course.
Oh, aye. They can't wait to see you. Look here. No strangers are allowed in, so turn around and sod off back to the pile of dung you crawled out of.
The Miskovitz blacksmith sent me with some horseshoes. He said they'd come in handy in the camp.
All right, you can go in, but no messing about.
tackle this, you need to choose a lock rated as very hard. Start by leveling up your thievery skill to 20 or more, as attempting to pick very hard locks with a low skill level is nearly futile. As your skill improves, you'll find it much easier to unlock these tricky mechanisms. The best way to boost your thievery is by pickpocketing unsuspecting folks while they're asleep at night and by practicing on easier locks.
Huh? I heard something. I must be mad. To hell with it.
Good day to you.
Would you help me out? I'm looking for someone.
That depends. Who are you looking for?
Victoria, a girl from Miskovitz. They send her up here with goods from the smithy.
You'll have to ask the blacksmith. The smithy's opposite the entrance in the upper part of the camp. If you don't see it, you'll hear it at least. You can't miss the banging of the hammer.
Thanks a lot. I'll ask him.
Take care, sir.
You silly doggy.
Takarodj! Üdv!
Sziasztok! Menj el!
us out today. Hope it'll last.
Greetings. What bring...
Does the name Victoria mean anything to you?
No. Should it?
She's a girl from Miskovitz. I heard she comes up here to sell things.
Ah, I know who you mean. Aye. There's a girl who shows up here every now and again. I'm no good with names, but Victoria sounds familiar.
Who did she know best around here?
She got along with the merchants, but I'd say she fancied Black the most.
Who?
A soldier from the provisioning unit. I'd say her business dealings were more of an excuse to meet with him.
Where can I find this soldier Black?
He's lying in the infirmary. He's got gut ache, and you can hear him howling halfway across the camp.
Thanks. I'll go and look for him.
Farewell.
Fucking watch. I'm fucking tired. And on top of that, fucking hungry. There's food in the kitchen.
Careful.
Taste buds. Quit it. I wanted to get rich. But instead... You're right about that. Praise God.
You there, lad! Aren't you here for the requisitioning?
What about it?
I need to requisition supplies for the camp from the locals. Grub for us, fodder for the horses.
Where do you want to get the supplies?
We haven't been to Bohunjovitz in a while. I reckon they can't wait to see us.
Who's coming along?
Me, and they usually send some Cumans along because people are afraid of them.
That's not much.
And that's why you're coming with me. But don't worry, I already sent a couple of blokes ahead to get everything ready. I reckon they can handle a few peasants.
Won't the people resist?
They will, but fuck all good it'll do them. We'll chase them out of their houses, bring in the cart, and take whatever we can.
And what if something goes wrong?
That'll only happen if we take our eyes off them. Then there might be bloodshed, but usually not ours.
I don't need to hear any more. Let's head out.
Which one of us is in charge here? But you're right. Let's get going. Mount up!
Here we are, youngster.
Hoi charter Kierket! Mindenket!
Kifeli! Mozogsz, te nyomorult! Te is! Kifeli!
Come on, we don't have all day for this! Ne pozoroja dokozi dödas ale kivas od parastal! Shut the fuck up over there!
Fucking peasants. This requisitioning's a pain in the arse. Well then, old star. Have you got the supplies for the king, like we agreed? Hmm?
We prepared what we could.
Where did the men I sent in advance run off to? I just hope they're sleeping off the hangover from your friendly welcome.
Your men? Nobody was here.
God fucking damn it! Can't even rely on forward patrols anymore. If I catch them, they'll hang. Kurva! What about the food for us? Flour, cabbage, meat, cheese, eggs. Like last time.
We've got everything, just not as much as last time. We gave what we could, but we're living hand to mouth as is.
Then you better pray it's enough. The lad here will check it and load it onto the wagon. Got it?
Shouldn't we leave them something?
Why the fuck would we do that?
So they don't go hungry.
These village idiots are used to going hungry. Soldiers aren't. Now come off it before I have you whipped.
All right, then. Where should I start?
The men will help you out.
None of that. I said the lad would do it. Tell your people to stay where they are so I can see them. We don't want anyone to get hurt, do we?
We definitely don't.
Tell him where to go so we got this over with.
Everyone is standing in front of their cottages. The biggest house in the village belongs to Fowl. Next to him lives Old Man Willow. And across from Willow, above the stream, is Smill's house. And mine is above that. I'll go there with you myself.
You'll stay right here.
Ask my daughter, Sofka. She'll show you where the supplies are prepared.
And what about that fifth house?
Nobody has lived there for years. The whole family died of the plague.
Fine. Now enough talk, peasant. Let's get to it. I want to be finished by nightfall. And you, lad, wait a mo.
What?
Come closer, so I don't have to yell. Now listen close, and remember what I say. First of all, I don't want to see you showing pity for those yokels. And second, I'm bloody well sure these peasant rats hid something somewhere.
Why would they risk it?
Oh, come on. I'd do exactly the same. Nobody wants to go hungry. Don't believe a word those stinking bastards say, and look through those houses of theirs from top to bottom to make sure they don't have something tucked away.
I understand.
They can be glad we're doing this the easy way, for now. If there's not enough food, they'll have me to answer to. So, food on the cart, all valuables and silver straight to me.
I hope it's enough for you.
Youngster, move your ass or you'll get north wind.
I don't know.
You see?
Well, where are your supplies for the king?
Right behind the door, leaning against the wall. Everything's ready to go.
What's the point? We'll die.
I won't get anything out of him in this state. Maybe I could do something to help him.
Let me in, Suvka. I won't let them take anything else.
Let's take a look then. I reckon I won't be able to fix you up completely, but maybe at least enough to talk to you. I'll try to take the bandage off for a moment so I can take a look at your wounds. You better pray my hands are steady. Careful. It's sticky with blood.
Ow!
Those are some deep wounds. From a sword. Show me those wounds. I've seen this before. Deep wounds, miserably dressed, and not even cleaned. It's no wonder you're in so much pain. That should do it. I'll have to clean the wounds, preferably with some strong spirits, and then re-bandage them. And it's gonna hurt, so I should find something for the pain before that. Let's get to it. Now I'll re-bandage your wound.
Ow!
And that's that. First, I'll give you something for the pain. A decoction for the pain. This should make you feel better. That'll have to do. Hopefully I'll get something meaningful out of him now. Hey! Wake up!
It hurts. What happened?
I was hoping you'd tell me. Who roughed you up like this?
Soldiers. I have to. Are you one of them?
Don't worry. I won't hurt you. I just treated you so you wouldn't die here. What soldiers are you talking about?
They came to take everything away from us. Like always. Sigismund's men. We were only defending ourselves.
What happened to you?
I tried to stop them. So they, wouldn't take anything more from us. So they wouldn't come back. So, we sent them away.
Where can I find these soldiers?
I don't know. There was a fight. There's a hayloft nearby. We sent them there. Oh. I should have listened to her.
Get some rest. I won't get anything more out of you now anyway.
If you want to achieve the best result without causing conflict between the soldiers and the villagers, focus on taking only the food that the villagers have clearly set out for you, those piles they point to. Additionally, you can settle things with Puda by paying him around 1,500 to 2,000 groschen. While the quest reward might not be worth it, you can still make a good amount of money by selling the valuable armor you find on soldiers or bandits to the vendors at the camp. This approach keeps Captain Puta happy and ensures that the villagers retain most of their supplies, allowing them to remain friendly towards you.
Supplies. There's not much here.
I just hope he won't have to pay for it. The good Lord.
You're supposed to tell me...
Where do you think? Right behind the door in the cottage. Oh, don't cry. Nothing will happen to Pa.
That still isn't enough.
We'll just have to endure it. We'll make it through this.
Why are you... I ain't gonna talk to...
Let's make up, shall we?
All right, I'll be...
I found some...
Hand them over.
Here you go.
Great! Maybe you'll find some more, so we don't leave here empty-handed.
I checked all the supplies they prepared for us.
And did you load everything onto the cart?
Aye. It's all loaded up.
Is that all you found?
Yes. That's all.
Never mind. This'll be enough for us for a few days. And then we'll go somewhere else where we haven't eaten up their supplies yet.
Are you satisfied?
You were lucky this time, peasant.
I'm glad to hear it. But don't bother coming here next time. We've got nothing left, and we'll likely starve to death.
Are you trying to make me cry? If nothing else, I'll come back to piss on your grave. Form up! We're heading back to camp. Home sweet home.
That's for sure.
It's not much, but at least folks don't look at you like you're a murderer here. Anyway, job done. Here's your pay. Now get lost.
Hey, good people! How you'll learn that the church is rotten. Hear what Master Jan Hus of Prague teaches us. Priests
Someone's got the guts to say it out
Well,
loud.
their falsehoods and indulgences condemn all who in the know.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
What's that? What are you doing here? Greetings to you.
The bath may...
You can say that again. My girls don't even get a Sometimes I have to drive those randy blokes off with a broom.
So the baths bring in the coin?
Not so much, unfortunately. Nobody's battling. Those blokes have nothing to do, and they're running wild. And that's nothing but trouble. They get in fights amongst each other.
Who's causing trouble?
Everybody. But the Hungarians and Cumans most of all. None of us understand their gibberish. When they're in a good mood and have some coin, they can even be quite nice. Then the girls even enjoy taking care of them. But when they're thirsty and skint, they're like animals.
Do the nobles from the upper camp come here too?
Everyone comes here. But we do like seeing the nobles more, because they pay well. And they like taking 2 girls at once.
And do they at least pay twice as much then?
Oh, do they ever? When the girls really make an effort, even 3 times as much. Farewell, my friend. Welcome.
How you'll learn that the church is rotten. Hear what Master Jan Hus of Prague teaches us. Priests swallow in gold.
Good to see you, friend.
I have an idea. Get together a few friends and we'll wrestle.
Good idea.
Christ almighty. Are you alright, sir?
Here we go again.
It's just that you look...
Muscular, wise, wealthy.
No, that's not what I meant.
I know what you meant. I have had this conversation at least 100 times. Have you never heard of Prester John or the Christian Kingdom of Axum?
Yes. Our parish priest talked about that.
Tell me then, how the people in those stories are described. Not exactly like you. Am I right?
But I thought that was just...
So you see, it is not. Musa of Mali is my name. Scholar, explorer, and physician. I run the camp infirmary.
My name is Henry, sir.
Welcome then, Henry. Do you need anything?
You said you were an explorer?
I did indeed. From Timbuktu, I went to Holy Mecca. From the Emirate of Granada to Venice. And from there, to the court of Sultan Bayezid of the Osmans. Until I ended up at the court of King Sigismund.
Where is this Mali? And what's it like?
Similar to your country, yet completely different. You mine silver, we gold. But in our country, it would never happen that we allow foreigners into our mines. Overall, it is safer in our country. Nobody will waylay you on your journey. And we treat women with greater respect and set great store by learning.
Well, it's not all that bad here, though, is it?
I admit that there are some things I envy you for. Like what you can do with stone.
And how do you like Bohemia?
Do you want to hear the truth? Or should I praise it to high heaven?
The truth. You don't need to spare my feelings.
Then, all I can say is that this muddy hill is about the only thing I have seen of your country. And that has not made much of an impression on me. But there is still time. Perhaps I will have the good fortune to see more beautiful sights.
What is Mecca like? I've heard people from all over the world go there.
Mainly followers of the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad. Praise be his name. But the journey is dangerous. I was robbed and arrived in the city as a pauper. Fortunately, I was helped by a couple of my compatriots. But even so, I did not spend long there. Let us say that I was foolish then, and foreign customs took me by surprise. I went to Cairo, where I learned geography and law, so that I would be better prepared the next time. But I never went back to Mecca.
Why not?
I would rather not talk about this, my friend. All I can say is that there are a few rich men and their beautiful wives who I do not want to meet again.
You were in Granada? Where is that?
Go west from here until you reach the sea. Then south to a place called Peninsula Iberica. But I would not go there if I were you. The magnificent Alhambra Palace is forbidden to Christians like you. It is a pity in any case. Such a beautiful and rich country, yet bathed in so much blood.
Blood?
Yes. Sultan Muhammad must constantly repel attacks from the north. That is why I started studying physics, in fact. I wanted to make an impression on the Sultan because swords and cannons are not for me. Let others cut off heads. I can sew them back on again.
Where is Venice, in fact?
You do not know, my friend? Educate yourself a little. It is not far from here, on the other side of the Alps. Remember that learning is like a garden. If you do not tend it, it cannot bear fruit. Venice is an incredible city that floats on the sea, like a huge stone ship. People from all over the world go there to trade. I help them as a translator, especially for Christian envoys from Ethiopia on a pilgrimage to Rome. If only you could have seen their glorious arrival in the city. Their procession stretched from the port to the city center, and they had live leopards as a gift for the king of Venice. But I did not stay long. I, who was accustomed to the Sultan's court, being asked to live among sailors? Out of the question.
How did you come to be with the Osmans?
By complete chance. In Venice, I joined an expedition that was heading to India, but we were attacked by pirates. Fortunately, I was saved by Sultan Bayezid's warship, though it did not seem like good fortune at the time. You must understand that there are not many of my countrymen among the Osmans. The last time was probably in the days of Mansa Musa. But the Sultan soon found out that I had lived among Europeans, and I could talk to all the envoys who came to him. So I became useful.
So why didn't you stay there?
Because we were about to be overwhelmed by the Golden Horde, led by the butcher named Timur. I had quite enough of war in Granada. So when envoys from Hungary came to the Sultan, I managed to persuade them to take me away with them.
What's Sigismund's court like?
I would also like to know that, my friend. But I am stuck here. One would think that the king would value physicians and sages who have traveled the world. But no. He did not even make me his personal physician. He prefers to trust your quacks and sent me here.
It's reckless to speak about Sigismund like that.
I do not think so, my friend, since it is unlikely you will ever get a chance to complain to him.
Why did you leave your country of birth?
That is a very personal question, and we are not that well acquainted yet. Forgive me, but I would rather not talk about it. Not now, at least.
I'm new to the camp. Could you show me around? If you don't have too much work, that is.
Well, I suppose it will be all right. If I am not here for at least I can practice your language. You use some strange phrases, you know? But that does not matter now. Let us go. So, as you have no doubt
so
realized,
hungry I could
this
eat a horse.
is my infirmary. One part for operating on the wounded, another for the sick, my alchemist bench, a tub of water. Nothing out of the ordinary. Come on. Let us walk outside. I am sorry that I cannot show you more, but I am sure you understand that there is not much to see. One is almost ashamed to call it an infirmary. Do you not think?
That's true. I thought King Sigismund would take better care of his wounded men.
Unfortunately for them, my friend, I suppose he has bigger problems than keeping his army healthy and fighting fit.
It's lucky he sent an expert like you here, though.
Was that praise or an insult? I cannot tell. I do not think it fortunate in any case. Someone with my knowledge, and all I do is treat diarrhea and broken bones?
Well, a camp like this is a waste of your abilities. An uneducated orderly could take care of the handful of sick people here.
And you would like to take over from me? I could find another job, though it is true that you do not seem to be any great sage. I suppose you do not know what a real infirmary should look like. But do not worry. There are more cheerful places in the camp. I am sure something will take your fancy.
Could you show me round?
Again, though it is... But that does not...
I feel quite hungry.
This part of the camp is mainly for Cumans. So if you are looking for one, he will be either here or near the bathhouse. We will take a look there too. Do not worry. Over there is the pen where they used to have tournaments, until the captains banned them. But that is a long story. Speaking of the captains here, do you know who is in charge overall?
Aye, I know something about that. You have 3 captains now, don't you?
Exactly. I can see that you take an interest. The camp as a whole is run by Sir Grozab of Borumlaka. That is a village somewhere in Transylvania, as far as I know. He is an interesting man, I'm sure. But he has a lot of trouble with the camp. So he tends to be, as you say, grumpy. Then there are the Cumans, who are commanded in battle by Cheritan. You will not meet him very often. He often has meetings with the king himself, in Zedlets. He is not a very cheerful man, but he seems a fair-minded commander to me. And he is an outstanding archer, it seems. How about you and archery, my friend?
Well, I don't want to boast, but I'm a pretty good archer. I would happily take on your Chertan.
Really? That sounds like a spectacle that I would perhaps even pay to watch. Perhaps. Although I successfully avoid weapons, I have to admit that archery is not just a skill, it is an art. Well, there is enough of that. What were we talking about?
You were telling me about the commanders here.
Ah, yes. The camp captains. As I said, Sir Grozav commands the camp. Chertan commands in battle. And the third one joined us a few weeks ago. Dietrich Katz, with his Prague artillery regiment. It is a pity you will not be staying for longer. Dietrich is good to talk to, if he is not drinking too much. And over there is our bathhouse. It is not a sight for sore eyes, my friend. I mean, the women, of course. Not this filthy place. Ah, a man should keep reminding himself that zina, what you call fornication, is a shameful deed, opening the road to other evils. By the way, what about you and women, my friend?
Well, there's one here I think about. But I'd rather not talk about that.
Why? Are you afraid that I will steal her from you?
No, it's not that, but... Well, I'm still not sure if she likes me as much as I like her.
I am sure she does. You will see. That is the way of the world. Our Lord Allah, Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, creates us in Paris and grants us love in our hearts, so that we may love another.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. I sometimes think I ought to settle down.
Do it. It is definitely a nicer life than in such a camp as this. Imagine, a roof over your head instead of a leaking tent, food cooked with love instead of a gruel cooked on a campfire. And at night, by the way, your chosen one, is she pretty?
So beautiful you can't help but stare.
All the more reason to marry her before someone else does. So, in this part of the camp, you see the tents of various mercenaries from Germany, Poland, Hungary. In short, everyone who came to fill their pockets. You can have items repaired by the smith, and if you're hungry, the kitchen is over there. The food will please you more than me, I think. Treating meat in that way. I simply cannot eat it. Do you know where the food is truly great? In Granada. So much fruit, sweet pastries, fish. In one banquet, the cooks use more spices than your entire country in a year.
You've been to Granada?
In the court of Sultan Muhammad VII himself. That is where I became a physician. That was when Granada was attacked by Martin Yanez de la Barbuda. And I did not want to die in some battle. So I found a safer way to be useful. You know, I have done a lot of traveling, my friend. From Timbuktu to Mecca. And from Granada to Venice. And now, here. But nowhere has the food been worse than here.
I'd like to try some foreign delicacy.
That will be difficult. The local inns serve nothing but porridge and old bread. But maybe you will see the world one day and find out that there are more flavors than just salt and honey. But your country is beautiful, all the same. And up here is where Katz's company of Prague artillerymen are billeted. To the great displeasure of everyone else in the camp, I must say. You can see why. It is the best spot, right next to the captains. And when it rains, all the filth runs downhill to the Cumans and mercenaries' areas. Here is the pillory. May Allah, the compassionate, ensure you never end up in it. And if you go around the hill, you will come to the camp shooting range. I recommend visiting it. The Cumans must be born with a bow in their hands. But I will not escort you that far, my friend. I do not like to leave the infirmary unattended for long. Alaka Anben.
I saw an arena in the camp. When will there be...
Firstly, I would not call it a tournament. Rather, mindless hacking. Not even a Chogan is so terrible. And, to answer your question, there will not be any. The commanders wisely banned them.
Why did they ban the tourneys?
Because it went too far. Instead of matching skills, people settled scores with each other. They killed each other from rage and also from boredom. Since the tournament was banned, I have a lot less work with mending fractures.
What did you mean by mindless hacking? It's a tourney, isn't it?
Merely dumb violence for its own sake. It is not chivalrous like Forosia.
What does that mean? Furiosia?
Forosia, the skill set of an Arab warrior. Where I come from, every fighter must be able to ride a horse and take care of its injuries and illnesses. In addition, he should also be able to hold his own when fighting with a spear and a sword. And of course, excel in archery. And above all, he must not be a coward, but on the contrary, an honorable man.
Furiosia sounds to me like the chivalry of every good knight. Maybe with the exception of that horse medicine of yours.
Really?
But a good Christian knight should also know how to dance, play chess, and write poetry.
Very interesting. It is a pity. I have not met many like that. Those are all true wisdoms. Also in the name of Allah.
What's that Chogan, then?
A riding game. Very hard and dangerous. 2 teams of riders with wooden mallets try to get a leather ball into the opponent's goal. Whoever does so more times wins.
And what's so dangerous about that?
When the mallet lands on your head. In any case, nothing teaches you how to ride a horse better than Shogun.
When's the last time I ate something?
Hold on. I'm just going to clean it for you.
Good to see you.
Are you the one they call Black?
I'm more like green just now.
But I need to talk to you.
And I need something for the pain. Can't you see I'm barely breathing here? Kurva, I feel like I'll burst.
Tell me exactly what's wrong with you.
My belly hurts. It's killing me. It's as if I'll burst at any moment or give birth to a calf. It's from the fucking pig swill they give us to eat here.
Maybe. Do you remember what the last thing you ate was?
What do you think? Some cold, watery slop from the kitchen. Like always.
Try and think about it again. I need to know details. Maybe someone wanted to poison you. But then again, maybe you did it yourself. Did you try and spice up that slop from the kitchen by adding something to it?
Jesus Christ, you're right. One fella brought some mushrooms from the forest. They looked fine, so we cut them up and added them to it. Do you think they were poisonous? They looked harmless. And when we put them in the food, it was fit to eat.
It's obvious. You've eaten poisonous mushrooms. If you want relief, you need an antidote. The sooner the better.
But I can barely move. Oh, please. Bring it here to me.
I have something for you that should work. Drink it.
Thank you. Oh, I can feel it bubbling and gurgling inside me.
Well, are you better now?
Not yet.
No. To look at you, I'd say you're as fit as a fiddle. You're not as white as you were, Black.
I still feel like I got run over by a team of oxen, though. It'll be all right once I get a good meal in me. So, what did you want?
It's about Victoria, the girl from Miskovitz.
Christ almighty. That woman won't leave me alone. Now she sent someone to try and change my mind?
Well, I didn't come to change your mind. Why would I do that?
Well, she's tried practically everything. Complaining, screeching, threats, tears, but none of it worked.
And what was she trying to achieve?
Look, we had a bit of fun once or twice, but that was it. She just didn't get it.
Victoria's missing. Her house is empty, and no one knows where she's gone.
What do you mean she's missing? Wait. Seriously?
As if the earth opened up and swallowed her. Seeing as you two used to meet up, you might have some idea where to look for her.
She didn't tell anyone? Not even the blacksmith's wife?
There was a pool of blood on the floor. I was shocked when I went into the hearth room.
She often said she didn't know what she'd do if I left. But I thought it was just the kind of thing girls say.
Well, what were you expecting? She's already in a tough situation, and you just made it worse. Get off your ass and do something.
I can't just prance right out of the camp. Unlike you. Not far from here to the east, there's a spot we used to meet. A small clearing in the forest, where there's a pair of big birches. She might be there.
Good. I'll look there. But I'm doing it for her, not for you. Got it?
I know. But bring her a message from me. Tell her she's a stupid cow. I didn't force her to do anything, and now she's crying over spilt milk.
You're not a man. Hell, you're not even a human being. Maybe just a sack of shit without a grain of responsibility in you.
But...
Listen, and listen good, you pustule. Either you get yourself together and take care of that girl, or I'll see to it that your little bellyache will be the least of your worries.
All right. Don't get so carried away, I'll do it.
Damn right.
I think I need to stay lying down.
I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
Good morning, lad.
Would you repair it?
How can I...
What do you...
Take care, then. And thanks for nothing.
What brings you here?
Hold up. You have a kind master.
Careful.
Greetings. What brings you here so early in the morning?
I heard you have some work for a blacksmith.
That I do. but you'd have to manage more than pounding iron with a hammer. How important is it for you when working to not get dirty?
Let's just say I sometimes get a little dirt under my nails, if you get my meaning.
Very good. Let's cut to the chase then. I need you to bring me something, so that the owner of that thing does not notice you have borrowed it. Interested?
Fine. I'm in. What's involved?
As I said, I need you to bring me something. Nobody must know, and nobody must see you.
Yeah, I understand that. But what do I have to get, and from where?
Basan, one of the Cuman dogs around here, has recently acquired a very lovely sword. It's called the Absolver. He got it as ransom for some knight he took captive during the conquest of Kuttenberg. You yourself must admit that such a weapon has no business being in the filthy paws of those pagans, when they don't even know how to use it. Now, if I had a sword like that...
But humans aren't pagans.
What are you saying?
I'm telling you. They're Christians, just like you and me. Did you ever speak with them?
Do you think I understand their tongue? And that doesn't change anything anyway. I want that sword and that's the end of it.
So what do you need a blacksmith for?
You know, I'd hate for Basan to notice his sword is gone. Can you imagine what that Cuman vermin would do to me? But if you could get a good look at it, you could bring it to me and leave Basan with a replica.
A replica?
Of course. Made of some soft iron, with coloured glass instead of gemstones. Just for looks. Basan won't notice the difference anyway. What do you say?
Where can I find this Basan?
Here in the camp, naturally. You'll go to the tournament enclosure, and on the left, behind it, you'll find his tent. It's white with green trim along the top.
That sounds fairly easy.
That may be, but you don't need to dawdle. Run along, and watch out for Basan. See you later.
I'm feeling a bit peckish.
Oh my, it seems my petticoat's all ruffled up. Do you think you could help me?
Good day.
I'm sorry.
Good day to you. Word about the Huh. Aye. Thank you. And a good day to you, friend.
I saw the arena and the stands and thought to myself, this looks like a tournament, eh?
You're too late, lad. There used to be competitions here almost every day. Bets flying left and right. But that's been over for quite some time. All you can do now is a bit of archery. They haven't banned that yet.
Why'd they ban it?
Captain von Owlitz and Lord von Berghoff heard blokes were killing each other here.
You fought with sharp weapons?
Of course not. That was forbidden. But the Cumans fucked it all up. Fucking vermin.
So what happened then?
One of our companies went against the Cumans. It was a fight like any other. But those fuckers had a score to settle with us and brought sharp weapons. Our fellas came away from there in bad shape. Most of them never recovered. And then Command banned the fights.
So that's it then? No more tournaments?
Aye, probably. Because that wasn't the first cock-up. Cumans, Germans, Praguers, they all hate each other and are always at each other's throats. But without the tournaments and betting, the blokes don't have anything to do anymore, and they're starting to get testy. Now their camp is starting to look more and more like a wasp's nest. But you'll see for yourself soon enough.
So there won't be any fighting? That's all I need to know.
Take care.
Good hit! Careful! Don't back down!
Nice sword. I'm not surprised they're fighting over it. To make the same won't be easy.
Good hit!
I'm always glad to see polite people like you.
That's our buffer!
What are you whistling for?
I really need to eat something.
What do you need, man? I'll have a... I'd like to do something... Huh. Is this... That's more like... You see? Pleasure
When's the
doing
last
business.
time I ate something?
Take care. What can I do for you? I'll have a look at the... Let's talk. Huh. Fine. I hope you'll be satisfied, my friend.
Güneş, boşta durma.
Like...
That's fine. I hope you'll be satisfied. Take care.
I'm feeling a bit peckish.
Pour me one.
You have a kind master, eh, doggy?
Looks like it's almost done. Oh, finally.
Christ, what's the hold up? A large beer for me.
I brought you that sword, just as you wanted.
And what about Basan? Did you leave a replica in its place?
Ah, confound it. I knew I was forgetting something.
Then what the hell are you still doing here? Put the replica in his tent before... Farewell.
Christ! Pardon me. Greetings.
thanks to you too.
I'm sorry.
Good to see you.
Can you Amigas, te juro ya lo.
And the sword is back with its rightful owner.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
Blessings to you.
where's that beer?
Welcome. What?
All right. I've already taken care of everything. Here's that sword.
The Absolver. It's finally mine. Isn't it beautiful?
Very. But now, about my reward.
What? Ah, you are right. Well, here is your reward, just as we agreed.
Thank you very much. And if you ever have any more work for me...
I'd rather not, friend. Just to be on the safe side. Take care.
I'm feeling a bit peckish. I need something to eat. I'd like to discuss the...
Well... Hi. Pleasure doing business. Take care. What?
You're a Cuman, aren't you? Where'd you learn our language so well?
I used to accompany merchants who rode from here up north to Germany. I earned some good money and picked up a lot of it along the way.
And why'd you stop?
Those merchants sold goods they came by, well, dishonestly. And they got found out eventually, but I got lucky in the end. I'm good with a bow, so they gave me a choice. The gallows or the army. It wasn't a hard choice.
I'd like to compete at archery.
Your first time, eh? I don't remember your face from any previous contests. What's it to be? Longbow or crossbow?
Crossbow. That's the best fun.
All right. So, what do you feel up to? Want to compete with beginners, advanced archers, or masters? Of course, it's tougher against masters, but you can win more.
Let's take the good old middle road. Find me some experienced archers.
Fine. Of course, it ain't for free, though. Have you got something to wager?
Hang on. I'll see how much I have. Yeah, here it is. So, can we start?
Wait a while until I get the other archers. Meanwhile, you can get ready and wait for the signal.
As you improve your marksmanship skill, snagging some trophies will become a lot simpler. You can boost the skill by joining archery contests or taking shots at targets with a crossbow. If you're new to using ranged weapons, you might find it challenging to aim since the weapon tends to shake quite a bit.
If only my aim was always that good.
I hit it! I actually landed the shot! Well, I'll be buggered. You won! To be honest, I didn't really think you had it in you, but you certainly...
Thank you.
Bloody hell.
Quiet! Go away! Sod off! Clear off! Quiet!
Heal!
Away. Somebody ought to grab it by the scruff of the neck.
Look what I have for you.
Sit and stay.
What?
You're not alone. If I wanted to fast, I might as well go to the monastery. You? What would you do there? Unless they needed a scarecrow for their abbot. Whereas they'd make you the abbot. Ah! A drinking habit. Speaking of fasting,
What the?
She's a bear, is she?
Come here!
Quick! Go! Car! Quick! Go! Ja!
Something you won't believe. I've
Like
travelled the
God, what
whole
you
world, and now I will
Keep
tell
the
you
peace.
amazing
We'll
things
fit
I've
red.
Christ! What's the hold-up? Man.
I feel quite hungry.
As you near the end of the quest, you'll encounter the soldier named Black. To uncover Victoria's whereabouts, you'll need to help him out first. Once you've done that, hang tight until night falls. Your next move is to take Black down, then seize him and bring him to Victoria.
I'll never touch another mushroom again so long as I live.
Damn it.
I must be mad. Huh. Strange. I suppose it was nothing.
Fuck. Whatever. Huh? I heard something. Never mind. Strange. Good doggy. Good boy.
she'll kiss your cheek so mild, and your tender little head. Rest thee here beneath the trees, rest thee here among the leaves.
You're Victoria, right?
And who are you?
No one important. Well, it all started like this. I was supposed to bring you some horseshoes, but then...
I'm not interested in any damn horseshoes.
Wait, though. In short, I'm Henry. Black sent me to talk to you. Oh, and so did Martha from Miskovitz. They're worried something happened to you because you vanished all of a sudden. I'll accompany you back home. All right?
I don't want to go back there. Nothing good ever happened to me in that house. I want to stay with my Black. Where is he? Why didn't he come himself?
Because he's lying in the infirmary. But you don't need to worry. He'll be all right soon. I know what happened to you. I was at your house and saw... well, everything. I'm sorry, but this is no solution.
You have no idea what's going on. You don't know me at all.
Then tell me what happened. Maybe I can help you somehow. After all, talking about it will help you feel better. Things aren't as bad as they seem.
Well, you already know that me and Black used to meet. But he changes his mind like the wind. First he says he wants to be with me, then that he's a soldier of the king and serving him as his priority. There's gossip in the village that I'm the camp whore who'll sleep with anyone for a handful of grain. Whenever I left to go up there, they'd shout at me not to come back. And then I found out that I'm with child.
And Black is the father of your child?
Of course. The villagers think I sleep with half the camp, but it can't be anyone else's but his, as God is my witness.
And that blood on the floor in your house?
I was desperate. I picked some herbs to make a decoction to get rid of it, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. So I said to myself, I'd rather die with my child than kill it and go on living.
So you cut yourself?
Yes, with a knife. I cut myself once or twice, but once I felt the pain and saw the blood, I came to my senses. I wiped off the blood with an apron and my skirt, but it was everywhere. I couldn't bear to look at it, so I ran away. Here.
Thanks for confiding in me. You've had a difficult time.
I don't want to talk about it anymore. Please tell me what you know about my Black.
Make sure to choose the dialogue option that says, "Hang in a while longer. I'll be back to confirm that you'll bring Black to her." Just grab Black again, place him close to her, and then have one final chat with her. This will start a conversation between them, and once it's finished, you'll complete the Hush, my darling quest, and earn the Henry the Matchmaker trophy.
You wanted your soldier? Well, here he is.
What the... Where the hell are we?
Now you can have it out with each other.
I knew you'd come back to me.
Hey, me? Come back? Did you...
Don't look at me. It's you two who should be talking.
Talking? About what?
About how things will be. You said you wanted to be with me, that you'd take care of me.
Would everyone leave me alone?
This can't...
He took off. Good gracious.
And he calls himself a soldier of His Majesty's army. What a coward. What a wretched, commoner garden coward. And to think Because of him, I nearly... Christ, what a stupid cow I was.
So, you'll be alright now? Will you go back home?
What other choice do I have? The villagers better watch how they talk about me. I won't be pushed around any longer. God bless.
Take off everything except your shoes. You can grab some alcohol from the innkeeper or the alehouse maid and keep sipping until you pass out. Schnapps is the quickest way to get drunk. Just give it a few minutes for the alcohol to kick in. Look for the icon next to your health. It's best to drink on an empty stomach, especially if your nourishment is low. If you've eaten too much, it will tell you to wait until your food is digested. Once the alcohol icon is full, you'll pass out. After a bit, you'll wake up, and if someone has taken your shoes while you were out, the trophy will unlock. This part is a bit random, as not everyone will steal your shoes, so just keep trying until it happens.